Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield. I'm a professional dancer, professional dance choreographer, and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States. And we're here, final episode of Street Dance Girl Fighter Season 2. We're looking at the first round. Hopefully I'll be able to keep all of them together in one big video. There's a chance they may be separated, but on Patreon they will all be spliced together, all nice and fun. So I know with the first round, it is the mentors get to dance with their mentees, so I'm excited to see that. And I think I'm gonna go off of the order in which they gave in the opening. I think it's 1 mil, then we'll be doing Hook, then Jam Republic, and then Mana Queen. I do know that Jam Republic won, but I do not know the final placements, so I'm gonna kind of make my notes, kind of place my guesses, possibly after the, I'll do it per round, I guess, and I'll do my overall, maybe, we'll see. But all that to say, let's go ahead and check them out. That was cute. That was cute. Yeah, it looks like we got the full Hook team on this, is what it looks like. Way to go, Ike. You can tell that Hook's a close team because they got everybody and their mama on this. Yeah. Nice little shootouts. Fun. Woo!
You let me go, yeah, into my feet, you got me, no. Anytime I see you, let me know. But the plan and see, just let me go. I'm on my knees when I'm begging.
Hey! That was cool. I didn't know I could get that. All that in tap shoes, bless it. Yes, little loose leg. Woo! That was a bunch of whoa in a great way. Like, that was freaking great. Love that. Here we go. So from the top, we got a whole arrangement. This was really fun. Honestly, this was so needed. I think this was so good for Team Hook to get in with Hook, you know. I love this energy here. I do feel like some of these overhead variations didn't quite match the overall aesthetic of the tonal color of the piano, but because you know how she bled out and it didn't quite hit where it needed to, so just some slight discrepancies, but still very impressive that we're doing that live. We're showcasing all the talents. That part was really nice. Yep, and then she goes. And then she goes. That was really cute. That was a cute moment. And I wonder if Ike dyed her hair. Well, no, she dyed it before they found out that they were going to be in finals. So I don't know why she dyed it black, but I mean, it's good look for her. Love that here, having this here, boom, and then we're down. Notice that we do have levels already established here, which is really nice. Having them bleed up and then back down like a little mountain. Super fun. Da-da-ba! And then we go out and we have more of our friends coming out to play. And I think it was R2 that was in that piano whacking segment. They came back in here. So from here, boom, big. And notice in the unison, they're doing a lot of wordplay. They're hitting a lot of syncopation. They're not just doing basic 2, 3, and 4, not basic 2 steps. They're polyrhythmicizing it, which really helps. Yeah, yeah, baby, love it. Very angsty. We do have, and notice that we do have these little pops of level changes that does help with unison, and I'm glad that they're putting it here. It's showcasing what Ike and Hook, like Team Hook, is really good at. For the other members that are on the Street Dance Girl Fighter version of Team Hook, utilizing levels, dynamics, interruptions, and movement, they do a really good job of that. And they showcase a lot of versatility in ways that I wasn't expecting, like the live playing of the piano and the tapping. That was fun. I love the pickups of the feet, really nice usage of your house groove. Turning down nice with a little shootout, having one of them up. Love that energy, that boom, 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 triple bass, drop, 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 ripple to the back. Love it. That right there, boom, la, na, na. Now I do feel though, let me go. Oh, okay, so they went up to center and then they dropped on their bottom. Normally I see people rotate all the way to the other side and then go to the back. So that could just be a preference thing, but it does look intentional where they do go up, use the hips, and then they stop in the middle and then they drop back to set up the next section. I mean, either would work. I mean, it looked great there. And then they brought it back up, doing, and it was interesting that they did a stop and then they finished it. That's way trickier to do in that type of hinge than you think. And so that was a very impressive thing that we just got to see there, having Ike in the center, having everybody drop and come up. Honestly, this too, you would be shocked at how difficult it is to get everybody on the same page on when to do an up bounce when they're looking at the floor. I'm still struggling with that with one of my groups. Now, granted, they're like 11, but still, it's definitely not the hardest movement you could do in a routine. But you'd be shocked at how, not complex, but how difficult it is to get people on the same page with simpler movements. Really. So, how it drops down, pulls it back. I love that. Running through, I love the usage of the arms to bring this around. I love that, dropping it back, flipping it over, and then we switch. I love that energy, super cool. Bring it around. Yes to that. I love his here, boom, boom, Really love this with the bridge and then having her kind of thread underneath that was a really cool choice. And I love that they're all choosing the focal point. This is important because they're all pointing to her. So everyone is, whenever they're seeing this dynamic, they're seeing the impressiveness of how she's doing it, not just the dynamic or the technique itself. And that was a really smart choice where they're using the gun over and throughout the entire routine, not just in the beginning and not just at the end. And I think that's very, very smart and strategic from them to see this here. It's great and it looks fun and it's different. Boom, boom, here. I love that. Bring it over and throwing in the commitment. I love this pull through. Now, I will say, this is something interesting to talk about. So with tap, some people are like, interesting that she can tap. If you are, something I've noticed is dancers who are really proficient in a particular street style can also translate it over to tap. Now, tap does require a discipline of understanding rhythm and the vocabulary of what comes with certain patterns. I'm noticing like the toe, like the foot, ball of the foot and the heel make different sounds. There's a step versus a scuff versus a shuffle, a paradiddle. It's just so all of them are very different. So I do think what's interesting here it does appear that she didn't just learn it for the sake of it. It's very, it is difficult. It is more difficult than you think to come across authentic in tap because without actually experiencing tap or the technique or the drills of it. Do you know what I mean? You can't just pick up some tap shoes and go take a tap class as an intermediate to advanced and be fine. You know what I mean? Just like there's certain styles where you go into intermediate advanced and you're like, no way, Jose. For me, light feet in choreography, intermediate is kind of where I stay for retaining in one session. I can hit an advanced light feet routine if I'm given a couple days, but when it comes to like same day retention, tap is, that blows my mind. That can blow my mind and my feet way faster than most street styles. So kudos to Ike for being able to showcase and demonstrate this, and shout out to the tech team for giving tap mics on the stage, because you would be surprised at how oh my gosh, words. We don't get to hear the quality of taps in routines, especially at competition, the way that we would want to, because tap mics are just kind of centered in the wrong place. They're not, she's also on a tap board too, so that also really helps enhance the sound. But she also has these tap mics over here, and that's what picks up her tapping. Do you know what I mean? And also shout out to the fact that she did all of that I'm assuming in tap shoes, because you can't just slip those bad boys on. So it's really nice to see that. Love that. And then she has a little moment and with her turn. Love that. Notice though she did fall out of the turn, but she just kept the rotation going, which is nice. Ooh, I love the kicks. So fun pulling it through. baby. Love the hair down for her. I love it. Little loose legs. So you notice tap and house actually are very complementary to each other. So I'm glad that they're doing house here to help tailor the tapping that we just saw because it's footwork style, right? So it's really nice to see. I love that peel going from the outside to inside. Very nice, very tasteful. The energy, I think they needed that performance in the beginning. No, in the previous challenge with the puppeting, I think they really needed that to help them understand mindset of training and performance as much as training and the technical execution. They needed that challenge. They did very well in that challenge. And then going into here, you just see the natural repercussions of them and their discipline from the previous challenge go into this. And that's really nice to see. And that makes me, as a dance teacher, that would be something, a good goal for me that I would want my kids to have. Like being able to find encouragement from success, but not be identified with it, but find encouragement in, oh, they recognize the effort we put in. Awesome. And that carries over into their future performances. That's a really great thing that's a really good thing to see on this end. So as a teacher, I would be very happy with how they perform this first round for sure. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope I was helpful in some way. Like I've mentioned before, I have seen the entire Street Fighter franchise, so I'm very familiar with how the show structures work, with the exception of Be Ambitious, and I have seen the full episodes of both seasons of Street Dance Girl Fighter, so I do understand what roles the mentors have, as well as the mentees, and having discussions with everybody with extra context on the happenings of things. I've always been a really big fan of just watching people grow, work through professional skill sets, but in a safe environment with mentors. My only qualm though is whenever mistakes happen, or these young dancers, because remember, all of them are underage except for our mentors. Whenever they make mistakes, I am not a fan of how people can project really negative perspectives onto them and not allowing them areas to grow and actually learn, because this is a learning experience for a lot of them. They've never been in, some of them have never been in a professional environment with professional turnaround times and the stresses that come with the types of TV shows like this. And so for me, I'm just hopeful that everyone was able to enjoy all of these performances like myself. Of course, there's going to be pros and cons with all of them, but being able to look at it as it's just a TV show, it's not determining of somebody's entire future, nor is it somebody's value as a performer should not be defined based on one round for 1 minute and 25 seconds or 1 minute 50 seconds. So that's something that I am appreciative of whenever I have discussions with people in comments, that at least those that I interact with, a lot of you guys also see what I see in the sense of their kids, and I feel like it's totally okay for them to be extended grace and learn from mistakes, and be able to have these opportunities to grow with mentors in ways that they would have never had the opportunity to if a show like this didn't exist. So once again, I am Jess. If you want to see more of this type of content, I always have it early release like this video on Patreon. So if that's something that interests you, I do K-pop, I do dance content from all over the world, China, Japan, anywhere that has dance. I'm always open to looking at it, especially if it has a street style lens on it and if it's choreography and competition. That's definitely where my scope and my brain go. So it's really nice to see in multiple facets and meet a wide range of people like yourself. So I hope that you guys have a great day, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.